I just want to make a disclaimer right now that we're not talking about all women. We're not talking about all men. We're not talking about all relationships. There's just certain ones that we are talking about and we're calling it out. With that being said, if you have a decent job and you are self-sufficient, then consider yourself lucky. If you're not able to land a girlfriend or a female companion, then consider yourself the luckiest. A lot of men think of themselves as losers or useless if they hang out with their guy friends and they're not able to get a girlfriend or a female companion. That is the opposite of the truth. The majority of women are incredibly manipulative. They always pose as the victims, even when they're the perpetrators. They act like they're mistreated to gain more rights in society. They will have your reputation destroyed if you do anything they deem against them. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. The majority of women are herd followers. Their sense of honor is non-existent. They go after the majority in order for them to look good and acceptable in society. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. The majority of women are dirty. They spend most of their youth having fun right and left and right with the Chads and the Brads and the Tyrones. They're full of STDs and they have a kid or two in tow. The majority of women have a big ego. They will tell you nothing is bigger than the male ego. But the average guy can ask 100 women out and expect to be okay with all of them rejecting him one by one and sometimes in the meanest and worst way possible. The woman, though, would not bother to approach one man even if she likes him just because of the risk of a one-time rejection. The majority of women are delusional. What do you expect when most of them are fans of Taylor Swift, a woman who spent the last 15 years sleeping with one famous guy after another and writing songs about them? Women think too highly of themselves. They say, I deserve this, I deserve that, but it's rare for them to ask if they themselves are anything near what a man is looking for. The majority of women never apologize. They are too proud to say they're sorry. So you will say sorry if it's your fault, or even if it's her fault. You are always at fault because you are the man. She is never at fault because she is the woman. The majority of women are hypergamous. They want the same guy. They are okay sharing the same guy if he is tall and rich. They are okay with a 1% chance with a man like that rather than a 70% chance with an average guy. They stand in line, but they don't get paid a cash transaction. Well, some actually do. The majority of women never take accountability. Accountability to women is like kryptonite to Superman. They never want to pay the price of their actions. It's everyone's fault except her fault. The system and the government bail them out of all of their bad decisions, whether it's housing or abortion or anything else. They don't need to take accountability. The majority of women have no empathy for men. Have you ever seen a TV story about a woman saving a man from death or any harm? Unless she's a nurse and that's her job, a woman would never risk her nail polish going bad to save a man's life. Yet she expects a man to stop everything and put his life on the line to save her from physical harm. The majority of women are overweight. The average female weight is over 170 freaking pounds. There's a reason why every average-sized woman suddenly thinks she is the most desirable woman in the world. They want you to think that a fat, obese woman is attractive and normal. The majority of women are moody. Dealing with a woman for an extended period of time will put your patience to the test. You will realize that you are dealing with 2 or even 3 different people depending on the time of the day or the time of the month. The majority of women are slaves to their feelings. They don't behave logically. They act based on what they feel at a certain point in time. They make decisions based on what they feel. They react based on what they feel. And they have no problem ruining their own families and alienating their own children from their fathers based on how they feel too. The majority of women are not relationship material. They don't compliment men. They're not like your grandmother anymore. They have no idea how to be wives or mothers. They don't give you peace, and they actually take it away. They are argumentative, judging, and moody. They don't cook or clean. They use sex as a bargaining chip to get what they want. Modern women do not build families with men. They break them down. The majority of women will cause you major financial problems. If you are not in family court already paying lawyer fees and alimony, child support, and many of the other amounts that drive some men to suicide because they can't even afford shelter after a divorce, women will still manage to make your life financially difficult even if you're in a happy relationship or just dating. You are expected to pay for the dates because you are the man. More than 80% of the consumer market are women. So, your money is her money. and her money is her money. The majority of women are desperate. They're desperate for a serious relationship. Obviously, not at the right time. They already spent all their youth sleeping around with the same men, and many of them have kids. Now, when they're older, less attractive, and carrying all kinds of baggage, they want the average guy only because they have no choice. And when a woman settles for a man, she always has one foot out the door. That foot takes your kids, your house, your money, and your life with it when she decides that. Imagine you have to deal with all that just to be with a woman. What a garbage deal. Now you can focus on yourself and make money and build your wealth without being a slave to crazy. At the same time, the vast majority of women will spend their young years getting pumped and dumped by the same men like prostitutes until no man wants to be with them or build a family with them. And that includes the vast majority of men that they used to ignore. They will remain alone with their pets and keep begging for a serious relationship that they will probably never have, while waking up early and going to a job that they hate. Didn't I say you were one of the lucky ones? It's not where it's at to be with these girls that are trying to dictate how we should feel about ourselves. It's up to us. Thanks for watching this.